Hello, I'm Jonathan Pierce with Pierce Performance, and for this week's performance tip, I wanted to share some takeaways that I had after digesting the sub 2 hour marathon attempt. Recently, Nike and a few other athletes, Eliud Kipchoge being the primary, went to try to break 2 hours in the marathon. I watched this build up occur because I work with several athletes that were pacemakers for the attempt, and so I got to see some inside scoops as well as try on the fancy shoes. But I had some really valuable things that I got out of watching the attempt, and some takeaways that I wanted to share. So the first one is just Eliud Kipchoge himself. I was really impressed with Kipchoge. You know, his belief, his positive attitude, his hard work, because he really did work hard to try to do this. And you know, the courage, I think that was really impressive. He really kind of stuck to his guns and said, no, this is possible, we're going to go after it, and he nearly did it. As someone that's worked with Eliud and knows him, it was amazing to see his character come through in the interviews and in the media coverage, and he really is like that in person. He's a very remarkable human being. The next thing that I took away was the attention to detail. I thought that you know, they did a tremendous job trying to plan and control for variables. They also took some flack for this, but as somebody that loves attention to detail, I really was impressed with how they sought to cover every single thing that they could and leave no stones unturned in this attempt. And I think that's ultimately what performance and sport are about, trying to find all the details, collecting all the data points and details that you can to achieve what you want. So that was really impressive to me, controlling the variables and all the preparation over multiple years that went into trying to uh, accomplish this task. The next thing I took away was that the media coverage and the presentation of this event was remarkable. I thought that it was awesome that you could see it on social media. You could follow it through various avenues of viewing it, and it really drew people in. And I loved that. I loved how many people were watching and were captivated by this. Even a lot of the athletes that I work with that are not track and field athletes told me they stayed up late Friday night watching it. They were glued to their phones or their tablets for hours watching the attempt, and that's something really cool for the sport of track and field and running that we need to capitalize on. And then the final thing that I took away was that just the possibility of accomplishing this 2 hour barrier. I really feel that now we can see that 2 hours is possible. I think even in a regulation marathon, we'll see athletes break the 2 hour barrier sometime within the next decade, and maybe sooner. So I think now that Eliud has put this mark so far out there, I think there will be so many more young athletes that are going to be really motivated, really extrinsically motivated to go after this. And so I think we can all be grateful to Eliud and his intrinsic determination and motivation, and I think we'll look to see some great performances in the marathon to come. That's it for this week's performance tip. It's really interesting to me to digest what a powerful moment that was for the sport, and I hope you all continue in your performance pursuits, whatever they may be. That's it for now. Bye-bye.